Good night, ma'am. My name is Januari from English class V923. Is social media bad for you? The evidence and the unknowns. What the science suggests so far about the impact of platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram on your mental well-being. The story is featured in BBC Feature Best of 2018 collection. Discover more of our picks. 3 billion people, around 40% of the world population, use online social media, and we're spending an average of 2 hours every day sharing, liking, tweeting, and updating on these platforms, according to some reports. That breaks down to around a half a million tweets and Snapchat photos shared every minute. Since social media is relatively new to us, conclusive findings are limited. The research that does exist mainly relies on self-reporting, which can often be flawed, and the majority of studies focus on Facebook. This is a fast-growing area of research, and clues are beginning to emerge. BBC Future refutes the finding of some of the science so far. Stress. In a survey of 1,800 people, women reported being more stressed than men. Twitter was found to be a significant contributor because it increased their awareness to other people's stress. Mood. In 2014, researchers in Australia found that participants reported lower moods after using Facebook for 20 minutes compared to those who just browsed the internet. The study suggested that people felt that way because they saw it a waste of time. Anxiety. Researchers have looked at general anxiety provoked by social media, characterized by feelings and restlessness and worry, and trouble sleeping and concentrating. Depression. While some studies have found a link between depression and social media use, there is emerging research into how social media can actually be forced for good. Sleep. Humans used to spend their evening in darkness, but now we're surrounded by artificial lighting all day and night. Research has found that this can inhibit it inhibit the body's production of the hormone melatonin, which facilitates sleep, and blue light, which is emitted by smartphone and laptop screens, is said to be the worst culprit. In other words, if you lie on the pillow at night checking Facebook and Twitter, you're headed for restless slumber. Addiction. Despite the argument from a few researchers that tweeting may be harder to resist than cigarettes and alcohol, social media addiction isn't included in the latest diagnostic manual for mental health disorder. That said, social media is changing faster than scientists can keep up with, so various groups are trying to study compulsive behaviors related to its use. For example, scientists from Netherlands have invented their own scale to identify possible addiction. Self-esteem. Women's magazines and their use of underweight and photoshopped models have been long maligned for stirring self-esteem issues among young women. But now social media, with its filters and lighting and clever angels, is taking over as a primary concern among some campaigning groups and charities. Social media sites make more than half of users feel inadequate, according to a survey of 1,000 500 people by disability charity Scope, a half of 18 to 34 years old said it makes them feel unattractive. Well-being. In a study from 2013, researchers texted 79 participants 5 times a day for 14 days, asking them how they felt and how much they used Facebook since the last text. The more time people spent on the site, the worse they felt later on, and the more their life satisfaction declined over time. Overall, social media effects on well-being are ambiguous, according to a paper written last year by researchers from the Netherlands. However, they suggested there is clear evidence for the impact on one group of people. Social media has a more negative effect on the well-being of those who are more socially isolated.